Head coach James Franklin joins the GoPSUSports.com signing day stream. Coach, this has to be an exciting day for you and the staff.
Yeah, it has been. You work so hard over the last couple months, and then for us here the last few weeks to be able to come in and celebrate. That's how we look at it. Is you work hard, you play hard. So we want to come in this morning and celebrate all the hard work of the coaching staff as well as the players. And things went pretty smooth. All the letters came in that we anticipated coming in. Came in pretty early in the day, and now we get a chance to do things like this and interact with the fans and the community.
Well, take the fans through what it was like out in the war room today. What types of things were going on? Describe the atmosphere, since the fans didn't really get a chance to see the video yet of it. They saw some photos, but not the video.
Yeah, you guys will get a chance. We'll get the video out as soon as possible, so you can kind of get a chance to experience that as well. But more than anything, it's the faxes coming in. We try to make it an experience. We try to make it as similar to the NFL draft as possible. Our coaching staff gets up, as well as we had cheerleaders and band members and as many people as we possibly could get up there and announce the class. My daughter's announced one as well. We have magnets made that are first class and real professional. Put them up on the board, very corporate looking. We were able to get some supporters of the program around as well. All types of media from the community as well as on campus, and just had a whole experience and had fun with it. And it was interesting. We had a bunch of the former players around as well, and they were saying, excuse me, not former players, but current players that are former recruits. They were just saying, wow, how cool it was. They wish they had something like this when they signed. So I think this will be something that we can sell to future recruits that, look, you're going to be a part of this for next year.
You had an opportunity to Skype or FaceTime with a number of the recruits, whether it be at high school or home, and sometimes with their parents. How excited were they to be a part of the Nittany Lion family?
Well, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool because it's one thing to talk to a young man on the phone. It's another that he can see your face and see the excitement. You can look at his face and see the excitement in his eyes as well. They also get to see kind of the room. We would walk the phone or the iPad around and show them what was going on. So I think whenever you can interact face to face with people, it helps. And the technology that's out there now, there's no reason why you shouldn't do it. 5
early enrollees are on campus working out already. 20 additions today. What do you like about this class?
Well, I think, we have some holes in our roster that aren't going to get solved overnight. We're going to have to continue to work at that. But I do think, we were able to solve some problems as well as improve our athleticism and our size, especially from a length perspective. I was very proud of the staff because we just kept recruiting. It doesn't always go as perfectly as you plan it to, but the staff just kept recruiting. And when we did face obstacles, we found other solutions, and feel really proud of that, of how we handled that, and we helped ourselves. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. Getting these guys on campus as soon as possible. It's going to be great when these guys all come to the spring game. That we pack the spring game, the blue and white game, as much as possible, so they can see what their future is all about here at Penn State.
You've talked about the efforts of the staff, but what can you say about how much work they did in such a small window to make sure this class was what you wanted?
Yeah, typically a recruiting class, it takes you 2 years. We're already behind on next year's class. We tried to make up some ground on that this morning, having guys call in. But, the fact that we were able to do this, have a top 25, I haven't looked at the rankings yet, but I think we have a top 25 class, and considering we really had 2 weeks to do it, I think speaks volumes about the type of men and the type of people and the type of recruiters that we have here. Probably the class looks a little bit different than people are probably used to from a Penn State class, in terms of we got guys from all over the country. And I think that really had more to do with the fact that our coaching staff already had relationships with these young men and allowed us to now use our relationships but sell Penn State.
Coach, what can you say about, like you talked about, across the country? How important is it to get everywhere you want to get to?
Well, I think the first thing we have to do is we have to do a great job in our own state. Then also regionally. You look at Penn State. Penn State's been able to be very successful by recruiting within 6 hours from campus. But I think we have a national brand, and we don't have to sell ourselves short. Our coaching staff, what we'll do, the way we'll attack national recruiting is we'll do it by position. So the quarterback coach better know where the top 10 quarterbacks in the country are. And you never know. One of them might have had a cousin or a father or somebody that went to Penn State or grew up a Penn State fan, and there's a connection there. So I think the national brand really helps, and our coaching staff's network of connections, I think, is going to help us.
You out in the war room this morning, a huge group of supporters from the Penn State family. What can you say about the support that you've received over the past few weeks in your time on the job, and a number of them in the building today?
Well, that's going to be important. It's going to be the Nittany Nation. It's not going to be James Franklin and the staff. It's going to be the players. It's going to be the administration. It's going to be the community. It's going to be the former players and alumni and things like that. We need everybody. You know, when you want to build a program that has very, very high standards and expectations like we do, it's not just about the guys that work inside of Lash. It's the community. It's everybody involved. And it's going to start with selling that stadium out for the spring game, and it's going to finish with us selling out every single game that we have next year. That's going to make a statement to everybody across this country that Penn State is back.
Coach, we greatly appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to us. We know you're busy today, and congratulations on today.
Yeah, thank you so much. We are.